Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Home court advantage goes to the Warriors, playing here in San Francisco.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
You know, Doris, there's a notion that big men can take a little longer to develop. What have you seen from Miles Turner?
That he's turned himself into a complete basketball player, Kevin, and think there were years because he was playing alongside another big that he was out of position. But he can shoot the basketball with range, he's got strength, and he's a tremendous shot blocker.
Pass to Moody. And it's sent back by Turner.
How about Turner's ability to anticipate when the shooter's going to release? Couldn't be better at timing his rejections.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Now, in talking about Tyrese Haliburton, I wanted to know about the strategy for him out there. Coach said Haliburton is so quick and such a deft ball handler, I think it just comes down to keeping up with him, matching his pace, not letting him get one step ahead. So, that's the game plan. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks.
Well, that's not an easy finish. Defense is excellent contest. Haliburton looks like he's bottled up but comes away with a bucket.
It's Curry outside. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Here's Nesmith. Back to Nembhard. The offensive rebound. Fires from deep. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Ball stolen. Driving inside.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now, here's Haliburton. Fires the 3. Here's Siakam. Here's the 3. Rebound by Butler. Here's the Warriors with the ball. And Aaron Nesmith gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Team foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Hield outside. And that one, good.
Boy, Hield usually does his work on the perimeter. How about that finish inside?
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Nembhard. Poked loose. Now the Warriors moving it up. Back to Hield. Here's Post. There's the pick. And Aaron Nesmith gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Indiana making a change here. 1:44 left to play in the first quarter. And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
Now, here's McConnell. And the shot goes in from Siakam.
Well, there's a quickness to Siakam in pick-and-roll action. This guy's so fast and hard to contend with as the roll man.
Pass to Hield. And the foul on Miles Turner. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Team score.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
On the Pacers' doors last season, trading for Pascal Siakam to complement this hungry team.
And Kevin, it's important in a couple of ways. First of all, he's a two-time All-Star who's got a championship pedigree. The other part of this is Indiana is an equal opportunity offense, so they want to share the basketball. But Pascal brings individual playmaking and shot making, and sometimes that's a must-have in this league. Now, the defense wants to collapse on Stephen Curry. It gives him a great opportunity to make a pass and have his teammate get a good look.
The Warriors shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Shepard, that's good.
Assistant.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
And there's the foul. It'll go on T.J. McConnell. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. The Warriors have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
And you know with Curry, what impresses me most is his efficiency. That's not something we normally see in a high-volume jump shooter.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Warriors leading by 5. Outside Curry. Shoots. And again, no good by Golden State. Now, here's Toppin. That will count. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1.
19. The Pacers, 14.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
In the early going, they've been heat-seeking, very crafty at drawing contact to work themselves to the line.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. Tyrese Halliburton is a person who's in control. He says, I want to win, so I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do that. Right now, it's get the ball in my hands and just make the right reads. I can facilitate probably better than the majority of people in the league. So that's what I want to do. I want to get my guys involved. Kevin?
He does, doesn't he, David? Every single time. And, David, we thank you for that report. Now, here's Hield. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
Jimmy Butler playing with aggression right now, boy. If he touches the paint, he is thinking score.
It's Nembhard on the wing. And here's Walker outside. A three-pointer is right on target.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Back to Butler. And there's Butler with the flush.
You can't give Jimmy Butler that kind of space. He will get above the rim and let you hear about it.
Pass to Mathurin. The kick out to Walker. A three-pointer off the mark. Warriors leading by 10. Podziemski on the wing. Hield outside. Butler with the ball. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, no, stopping Butler that time.
And this kind of shot defines who Butler is. Just a bulldog who embraces finishing against the tight coverage.
And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for Indiana. A 12-point game. When it comes to players who like having fun, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
Podziemski hits them both. Pacers trailed by 14. Pass to Halliburton. Nembhard with it. Connects from three-point range.
Three-pointer.
Nembhard's got 8 points.
When the defense totally lost track of him, he punishes them with a three-pointer. That's a bad decision.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Here's Butler. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Aaron Nesmith.
Boy, I love to watch Jimmy Butler work in the post. High activity level. Hard not to foul that guy.
And it's been an outstanding game for them at the free throw line, not missing their chances when they get them.
Basket good.
We call that tough points from a tough guy, young Tyrese Halliburton.
Here's Curry. Following the score by Tyrese Halliburton. Outside Butler. And stolen by Siakam. Here's Nesmith. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. They get Stephen Curry. And Doris, when you look at Aaron Nesmith, he is someone that has accepted readily more responsibility over time.
There's no question, Kevin, and what I love is he didn't let not playing early in his career affect his outlook. In fact, it almost added an edge and spurred him to incredible improvement. He's an excellent defensive player. He's worked hard to become a three-point shooter. It's somebody defenses must now account for from range. You love the work put in.
Well, you want to stop Steph in the two-man game, but he's so smart. He'll get others involved.
It's stolen by Curry. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Steph Curry, what a finish!
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. They're giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls. They've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
So it's the Pacers now after the miss from Stephen Curry. From outside the arc, he's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. Warriors leading by 6. To the inside. Here's Curry. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
Curry understands how to take a hit, prepares for it, and makes the necessary adjustment.
And a wide open look for Mathurin. And again, it's the Pacers from deep. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game count. And Kuminga throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now, Nembhard. He's got 8. Pass to Nesmith. Out to the right wing. And a wide open look for Siakam. And so it's the Golden State Warriors heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton has become the face of the Pacers franchise. He says they've done a great job of allowing me to spread who I am and how I play throughout the organization. The guys and the coaches have adapted to that. Good things are happening. I want us to be the best team in the league. And Kevin, he's certainly taking me in the right direction.
David, I'm infatuated with this guy as you are. He does so much at such a young age. Man, the sky is the limit. Warriors leading by 7. Back to Curry. Top of the key. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Curry's got the first bucket of the third here for the Warriors. And it's Halliburton penetrating. Pass to Nesmith. For 3. And the 3 ball is good. Nesmith has got 10.
And not the tightest D right there. And he's going to punish you if you give him that much space. That three-point shot is his bread and butter.
And here's Green outside. Pacers trailed by 6.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Pass to Nembhard. Now Siakam from downtown. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's Butler. Tries again. Pass to Moody. Golden State moving the ball around. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Warriors lead by 6.
Oh, nice feed. You can see how Curry makes their offense flow, even when he's not scoring.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention? Oh.
They get it back. Hield. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
The defense must guard the first move, and Buddy Hield has them committed on that pump fake.
Both shots good from the stripe. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. They trail by 6. And Curry with the clear path to the hoop. Hield outside. From the arc, Curry buries the 3-shot.
Boy, Curry just taking over and seemingly able to get anything he wants right now.
It's Nembhard on the wing. Halliburton outside. That's tipped. Pass to Moody. Back to Curry. Over Halliburton. Outside for Curry. Second shot opportunity. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And now an 11-point Warrior lead.
Well, coaches might discourage that kind of look, but he'll take it anyway.
So both teams changing it up here. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Pass to Toppin. It's Nembhard on the wing. Inside. Siakam. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Well, you love the size and the length of Siakam, so he's comfortable in the painted area, does nice work there.
Outside Curry. Shoots the 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
And no surprise here, right? This guy is not only a gifted player, but he is so smart on the offensive end.
Siakam outside. That's good, and it's McConnell with the assist. Siakam's got 7.
Boy, Pascal Siakam with the big-time answer from 3. Nice.
And the call will go against Benedict Mathurin. That is his first foul of the game. Curry deciding where to go with it. There's a good screen. Back to Looney. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Siakam for three. Warriors leading by 11. Here's Curry. Wow, magical moves inside from Steph Curry.
Stephen Curry a little bit undersized, but he is so slippery once he's in the paint.
And there's the call on Curry. That'll be his second foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
He gets it up. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The Warriors on top.
60. The Pacers, 47.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Pacers trailed by 13. And here's Halliburton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Tyrese Halliburton, one of the best offensive players in the league, Doris. He is so fun to watch.
Kev, this young man is special, and not only because of the flair and the skill as a passer, the shot-making ability. To me, it's the joy he brings to the game and how that joy lifts his teammates around him.
Here's Podziemski. Green, the screen. A shot by Podziemski, no good.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Pass to Nembhard. Now Nesmith. 4 on the shot clock. And here we go. Kuminga heading to the hoop. And it's sent back by Turner. And Nesmith with the slam.
Well, that is about recognition right there from Tyrese Halliburton. He recognizes the overcommitment, makes the defense pay.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. Now, Coach told his team, we're up. Take care of the ball. Don't give them the game. Playing smart basketball will clinch a victory for us. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. Down low. Green. And Green slams it in.
How easy is it to appreciate the intensity with which Draymond Green plays? Go ahead with power, sir.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Off target with his 3. Warriors leading by 9. There's Kuminga. Nails the baby hook. And it's 6 points for Jonathan Kuminga.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And Siakam has got the ball here for Indiana. Drives to the hoop. A nice shot. By Nesmith. Nesmith has got 17 points here in the second half. In the corner, Moody with it. Outside Butler. The Pacers pull it in.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
outside Turner. Pass to Halliburton. Neesmith with the ball. Over Butler. Neesmith can't get it to go. 1:35 left in the game. The rebound by Halliburton. Pacers trail by 6. Neesmith with the ball. Butler covering. Neesmith can't get it to go. Outside Green. Podziemski misses in close. Now the Pacers with it. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Good! And now they trail by just 4.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Coming onto the floor, your Warriors.
And here are the Warriors now. They've led by as many as 14 points. Back to Halliburton. Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Green, the screen. To the middle. Turner with the steal.
Points are an absolute must here.
And no time to waste. Not at this point in the game. Siakam in the clutch. What a delivery.
And Siakam. No good on that one. They're really on their heels at this point.
Yeah, on both ends of the floor, Kevin. They've lost some confidence along the way.
Pass to Halliburton. Over to the left wing. It's Nembhard on the wing. Here's Turner. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll return shortly. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Here we go. Now here's Curry. Spins. Shoots from 12. The Pacers pull it in. Taken away. And here we go. Fast break. Payton's got it. From 12 feet out. Here's Butler. Butler on the attack.
No, we're talking about a gritty competitor, and Jimmy Butler loves to mix it up on the glass. Nice rebound.
Halliburton outside. Pass to Nembhard. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Back to Curry. And here is Butler. Siakam pulls it in. Halliburton with it to take the lead. Good on the triple.
Well, it's been early in his career, but Tyrese Halliburton has proven to be extremely dangerous from range.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Curry with it. Now guarded by Siakam. And Butler gets it to go.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Back to Nembhard. And Stephen Curry with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. We're in overtime and 90 seconds gone here in what has been a great one so far.
This is what superb defense is all about, guys. He read that all the way. Boy, a monster bucket yet again from Steph Curry. Knew they had to get something from that possession, and you knew
Here's Neesmith. And the Pacers another three.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Here's Curry. The Pacers pull it in. Now Halliburton. To the paint. Here's Turner. Good.
Wow, Miles Turner understanding it's my time because it's big time.
And Aaron Neesmith gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Here's Podziemski. It's in! A huge shot to tie it up. Listen to that.
What is the decibel count in this building?
Pass to Nembhard. Turner with the screen. Here's Halliburton. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. And it goes on Draymond Green. That's good from Halliburton. Guys, a critical time for them in this ballgame.
You got to play mistake-free.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 2. And both free throws good for Curry.
You must embrace the pressure and knock down critical free throws. Nicely done.
Out to Turner. The 3. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. Late in overtime, they've got a chance to take the lead.
By far the biggest possession of this game.
Inside, they kick it out to Green. Right between the eyes.
Timeout.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it. Boy, they don't waste any time on that inbound play. Very little the defense can do to react to that one.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
And the only chance here is a lob at the front of the rim. A tip